Okay, John, the flipping idiot here. I'm going to do a no-no, but I'm going to show you why I'm doing it. A couple of reasons. If you're on a budget like me, super low budget, you find stuff like this. It was on clearance at one of the woodworking stores for 99 cents. So water-based finish, how can I not turn on a deal? I've had them for some time, and refinishing experts would probably say, hey, throw that stuff out. But I am really cheap. And I'm also kind of curious. This is another can of this stuff that went into this stop loss bag. And that's what we're here to talk about, is how great these things are. This is the funnel that was developed, I believe, by a local guy here. Hi, Tom. Nice work on the bags. So it's a collapsible silicone funnel. All this stuff came from my local Woodcraft, so I'm assuming you can get it from woodcraft.com unless you have a Woodcraft nearby. So it folds down to very little. The way this works is, if you've ever seen like fruit juice packets, but the thing that I don't know if it kicked off the idea, but box wine is not box wine, it's bag wine. The wine is in here, and as my father, the chemist, said, is that if you put something that oxidizes like wine into sort of like a tube of toothpaste, you can keep the oxygen out, and it helps the stuff in there stay in its natural or original state without exposure to oxygen and not dry out. So here's the deal. This is whatever, the second day, fourth month of 2025. This has been in here since July 9th of last year. As you can see, it is still flowing. I have no idea. I have no doubt that if I apply this with a brush, that it will set up and turn into a water-based finish. So what I am going to do is simply refill this, which was just another can of this stuff. I'm going to put it in here because I have some cheap projects that I want to work on where I don't want to commit my fancier water-based finishes, and I don't want to use an oil-based finish. But it's an opportunity just to show you how the system works. So first thing, for people that don't know, you never want to shake a can of finish because you'll end up with air bubbles in there that will pop. And I have one over here that seemed to get a bunch of oxygen in the finish for some reason. And what it'll do is, when the bubbles come up, they'll leave you with little craters in the finish. And it's kind of a complicated and time-consuming to make them go away. So I'm going to give this a good stir. I have become a fan of plastic utensils. The other thing I use is, if you have really young kids or baby formula scoops that are solid on the bottom, the important thing is to keep the stuff from the edge, like this lip here where the lid goes. Generally, it would be kind of important to keep it from getting filled in, because what happens is that keeps the seal, that keeps the can lid from sitting down. And so if you are going to have something like gel stains, I feel like you kind of have to keep them in the can, unless the can gets so gunked up you have to transfer it to a different can. But what happens is, with the gel stains, they tend not to dribble. And so those I will scoop out, because usually you don't need very much with a spoon nowadays. So I'll make sure that I stir the active ingredients, the pigments. In this case, it's just whatever the milky solids are. And so I'll use a spoon here. And then a lot of times I'm spooning on the finish, and then I'm taking a paper towel and wiping it down. I am wondering, we'll look for the cleanest part of this lip. Hopefully not too much of this stuff comes flying out into the funnel. So I'm going to activate the funnel. Let's see, that way. I'm going to mention that, like, some of these finishes, the good finishes from the woodworking stores, I mean, there's less expensive finishes you can get from the big box stores. That may work fine for your project, but if you're going to a good woodworking store, like a Woodcraft or your local hardware store that has general finishes, that something like this and a lot of flavors is about $40 or $50, which you lose half of it. That's $25 if you got more money than cares. I'm happy for you. But if you have a bunch of finishes, these are just a couple bucks a bag. And as you can see, this is still flowing without any problem. And so I am going to, let's see, most of that stuff looks like it's pretty well stuck on there. Okay, so there goes nothing. It's a very tall funnel. So there's plenty of room. The reason I said it's a tall funnel is there's plenty of room to actually pour the mix in there. Sorry if I'm out of frame. I just want to make sure I don't drop this on the floor. And there's a few other things I want to point out or mention after I get this dumped in there. I'm just going to point out, you can go to a like a Home Depot is everywhere. I have Menards as a chain that's close to me. If you need to, you can get empty metal cans. They have them in the paint department. And so you can dump something that needs a can. I'm going to call that good. You can get something that needs a can, and you can just get a can. And so that was pretty painless. So that's the funnel. And so it's like a little toothpaste cap. Screw that on there, and that is tight. I'm going to cross that out and go 0, 4. Oh, sorry, 0, 4, 0, 2, 25. Yeah, if I was doing something, and I don't really have clients, I just make stuff and sell it. But if I was doing a super duper nice finish on a large MCM, then yeah, I would open up the $40 or $50 can of stuff that I have in the basement, and I would use that. And chances are I'd be using an oil-based finish anyways. But for some of these kid projects, honestly, I'm going to make this work. So if I have any problems with it, I have, with the sanding and finishing process, I can make up for those deficiencies. So those are different videos, and I'm in the process of making at least one about that. What I'm going to say is that the other thing that's really incredible or super convenient about this product here, this bladder of finish, is if you need to touch something up and you've done the project, you can just get a dab of finish and you can put it on your project, and then that's it. And then you just reseal it. You don't have to worry about cleaning the lip or putting tape on there or a plastic lip collar or something goofy like that. You get a little bit on there. If you have to do a big dresser, just go along and go blop, 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 and then just take a spreader and spread it out, or a brush, whatever you're doing. You can kind of eliminate the need for a container to work from in a lot of cases. So this I have discovered to be super convenient. So anyways, it's the stop loss bag. Keeps finishes fresher longer, like super longer. I recommend it highly. I'm going to put all my cans in here. I just wanted to make videos about it, so it's taken me a while to do it. But this one's in here, and I kind of had a stunt finish to make it happen. Again, funnel, and that's it. Woodcraft, like and subscribe if this is helping you save money or giving you ideas or helping you out. Thanks for watching, and I got to get to work finishing these and building them up so I can get a nice clean finish to help sell these tables for not just myself, but for my son, who picked out the wood and wanted these for doing his own flipping action. All right. Thanks again for watching. Take care. Be safe in the shop.